Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Eric,
And I'm Ty.
and we are ShantottoCast. And guys, this one very well may be our actual last episode. We have something that we shouldn't.
Yeah, no cap.
Um,
No cap. This might be
yeah,
the end.
for real, for real.
For real, for real.
Yeah, we so you know how we both work in game development.
Mhm.
We have some connections and we know some people. We managed to find someone on the inside, so to speak, to get into the Square Enix servers and find some cards they've been experimenting with. We are going to be showing them to you here, and we're screwed
Yeah.
after this. Let's be real. We're
Yeah.
breaking NDAs. We're going
we're going off the
we're
tracks.
nuking it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're gonna kill us in court.
We've gone rogue. We're a Shadowverse podcast now.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, look, we can't do that from prison, but we'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. So without further ado, let's check out some of these cards here.
All
The first one I'm gonna open up is it's Zach.
all right.
You know, it's nothing too out of the out of left field or anything.
Yeah.
It's not outrageous.
Yeah.
But Ty, you want to read off the effects here and the stats and tell everybody about Zach?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, just to secure the identity of the hacker, we recreated all the cards in the MogPod one, just to be safe. Don't want them to track any of the.
Yeah, we didn't want like
IPs.
the tracking through the metadata and whatnot. That's a good. Thank you for bringing that up, Ty.
You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
welcome. Yeah. So all right. So the first card is Zach. So it's a three drop fire forward, category 7, obviously soldier, 6K power, little under curve. All right. Zach gains 1,000 power for every 5 squats you could do consecutively. Huh. I'm gonna keep reading.
That's
it, and
pretty
then
stacked.
Yeah, let's revisit that in a second. When Zack is put from the field into the break zone, opponent must do 3 wall sits for 1 minute each. If they fail to complete this task, opponent must take 1 damage. See, this is interesting because I don't think, maybe we're waiting on an advanced rules check. I don't know if squats is in the rules.
Yeah, I mean,
They might have
look, I
self-put it
mean,
in
we
with
have an
limit break,
extra
but-
deck now. We have an extra deck now, right? Like limit break exists. I think what they're doing here is this is going to be sort of a sort of like a side thing of
Yeah.
like a side actions category of abilities for the
Yeah.
game. And let's be real. I don't know about you. I can do a lot of squats.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at squats. So I think Zach's going to get pretty fucking beefy. And this is actually, mind you, this isn't an auto ability. This is a field ability. So you can just keep
Yeah.
doing squats as you play,
Yeah.
and just keep buffing his power like continuously.
Okay, so you're reading this as like doing physical squat.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking. So every day at work, I do 30 squats. That's just what QA does. And
Sure.
so let's see, 36, 3 drop 12K ain't bad. 3 drop 12K ain't bad at
Yeah,
all.
that's hot.
Huh? That's hot.
Yeah. See, you do 30 squats at work.
Yeah.
We actually, in my department at work, we actually have some pretty strong athletes at my company.
Yeah.
A lot of us do like 50 to 60 squats.
Man.
So this thing's gonna get pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
And again, it's not amiable.
Yeah.
Like you can't use Amaterasu on this because it's just a field ability.
Well, actually, you can use Amaterasu on the second effect if the opponent if you really don't want to do wall sits, but like.
I mean,
3 walls
yeah,
is 1
but
minute
are
each,
they really
easy
ever gonna
peasy.
get it? Yeah, they're gonna have to get there. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But let's move on to another card because we have a few to cover here.
Yeah. Alright, next one.
So the next one, let's look at Genesis. Let's look at Genesis here. Another category 7 card. Okay, I'm gonna go over this one real quick.
Yeah.
This is a 6-drop ice forward. Warp 4 for cost 3 ice.
Not bad.
And he's a 10K. When Genesis enters the field, select one of the 2 following actions. First one is if Genesis enters the field due to warped, select 2 of the 2 following actions. Sorry, I misread. The soundtrack for the rest of of this battle must be only gacked music.
Interesting.
That one's really see. That's I didn't. Maybe they're introducing a mechanic that this implies that they're gonna like introduce music to the game.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not really sure how they're going to do that one. How do they enforce that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
do the judges have to have a list of, like, all approved, like, music tracks or something?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how it's going to work.
Well, I mean,
Um,
Eric, it's the year 2024. It's current year. Don't you have a phone? You're fine. We're good. We're
you
fine.
got me there.
Yeah. You have a
Yeah.
phone.
Okay, well,
It's
but
fine.
the second option, the second mode, right? The second one, your opponent may only speak in loveless quotes. This one
Interesting.
This one is going to screw a lot of people because I
Yeah.
know a lot of our players in the game have not played 7
Yeah.
and have not gone through the fictional, except it's really real, book of the goddess Loveless.
Yeah. Yeah. Pictured in
and
the
so-
beautiful art.
Like, it's going to get to a point where your opponent's going to only have to be able to gesture.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a severe hindrance.
You know what? Honestly, I'm wondering if the word target even is in Loveless.
That's a good
That
question.
just gives everything hexproof.
You know what?
Oh my
We're gonna,
god.
yeah, we're gonna have to double check and
God.
look in. We're gonna have to look up the official wiki and figure it out because yeah, this one's gonna be awkward.
Yeah. I do only have one problem with it though. One, I think it's kind of a glaring flaw. It does die to removal.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? I mean, it is only a common, so you know, I would expect that.
Yeah.
Kind of this one's not that great, but don't worry about it. Let's move on to another card.
Next one. All right. We gotta hurry. I think I hear Square Enix outside of my doors.
Ah, crap.
Let's go.
Okay, cool. So the next one is gonna be Poopy.
Poopy. All right.
This one, actually, interestingly enough, they've used the same exact art as Poo Poo.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know if that's a mistake or if it's placeholder art or what.
It is slightly
but
blurry,
it's-
so who knows?
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like JPEG artifacting, whatever. Ty, why don't you go ahead and read this card and give me a quick comparison to the original Poo Poo.
All right. So 2-drop. Yeah. So this is a 2-drop. EX summon. EX is nice. EX burst. Draw on this card, then draw 2 cards. Okay, and then free dry erase marker included with every copy of Poopy. Interesting. So
that's gonna be you'll be able to weigh the packs.
yeah,
And like
yeah.
know for sure because like that's gonna be a decent amount of weight difference.
Yeah, I can imagine the packs might look slightly different, but yeah, man. The other thing is like, so draw on this, draw 2. So like, how much can I draw on it? Like, how much should I draw on it is the other question. Because this is, I think, the first card in the game that has limited uses. If it's completely full, you can't draw on it anymore. You can't draw cards.
Well, that's why
on
it's a dry erase marker included, not
Yeah.
a Sharpie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So I think they thought ahead on that one.
Yeah.
But I think you have a really good point when you bring up like how much is too much or how much is too little.
Yeah.
Because like no one's gonna try drawing people are gonna try drawing a line, right? Like no
Yeah.
one's gonna give him like an afro or like Saiyan hair
Yeah.
or whatever. Like so the judges are gonna have to have a really uniform basis for what constitutes as actual drawing here.
Yeah.
And not everyone's an artist either, so like is quality gonna matter?
I can't imagine.
I have questions.
We'll have to keep an eye on the advanced rules. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's very. I mean, hopefully they update them in time.
Yeah.
We don't even know what set this is going to be in, so
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Last note.
Okay, next card.
Last note before we
yeah.
pass on. I noticed draw on this card, comma, not a cost. Means that you still have to do that for EX. Just thought I'd point that out.
Oh,
Gotta watch out.
Interesting.
Gotta watch out.
Yeah, good catch. Good catch. Okay, this next one has me very excited because this one is related to our podcast name until we, of course, have to change it and, Square Enix sues the crap out of us. But this one is Stan Toto.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
spicy.
not Shan Toto. It's Stan Toto.
Yeah, Stan Toto.
I'm gonna read.
Stan Toto's from 11.
Yeah, true. Well, and Dissidia, of course.
Yeah, and Dissidia, obviously.
background character, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this one off, and then you give me your thoughts on it.
All right,
okay.
yeah,
So
okay.
it's a 7-drop Earth backup, named Stan Toto.
Yeah.
Job Mage.
Yeah.
And the text reads, It's Shan Toto's cousin Stan Toto. Definitely not Shan Toto wearing a pair of fake glasses, fake nose, and a fake mustache. No need to be afraid.
Okay,
And the
interesting.
effect reads, if Stan Toto is on the field, it gains the elements of fire, ice, wind, earth, lightning, and water.
Okay.
When Stan Toto enters the field, remove all forwards from the game. So this seems
Interesting.
How do you feel about this card?
I think it's a little overcosted. I mean, 7 drop for a backup. It's a sorcery speed board wipe. Yeah, it gets every color, but why wouldn't I just run Tyro? I would just run Pyro. I don't know. Like, yeah, RFG is nice, but I don't know if that just stands up to today's meta. And God forbid tomorrow's meta and the day after that.
See, I'm looking at this as actual like kind of power creep on Shantotto.
Really?
Because well, so think about this, right? It says if she's on the field or they're on the field.
Yeah.
Shantotto gains the elements of fire, ice, wind, lightning, water. Earth is in there. Why would they? Why would there be Earth on that card if it's already Earth? So does it produce 2 CP per tap? That's what I'm getting here.
Or if they remove the element, it still has the element because it still has a VFX.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah, actually, this. They're thinking like way ahead. This is like an insane level of future proofing.
Like this is 12D chess here. There's a lot going on.
But still 7 drop for a board wipe. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what else is coming out in the set. There might be other stuff. Let's just continue on. Don't think about this one too hard.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Let's take a look at our first dark card of the set, Moogle.
Moogle, all right. Dope.
Okay, so this one, yeah, go ahead and read this one off, Ty. I think this is right up your alley.
Oh, this is some spice, actually. All right, so 1-drop Moogle, EX, summon, a dark summon, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card from the opponent's hand. Oh my god. Oh my!
Did you notice a specific little detail here, Ty? There's actually a couple little details that I think we should go over.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so taken back by the effect. I might have missed something. Go.
Yeah. So this summon has a category of FF.
Yeah.
That's just all Final Fantasies.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that's not special.
Yeah.
But
that's interesting.
second thing I noticed, this summon has a job.
Interesting.
Like it's a searchable summon by job. That's new.
Can you search it off of Chocomog?
I think you can.
That'd be crazy. Because you're essentially paying 2 for a draw 2, make the opponent discard 1. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that's just broken.
Yeah. And
it's dark. It goes in everything.
Yeah.
You can fit this in any deck. This is never a dead card.
I'm gonna be like dreaming of this card. Oh my god, I would run this in every single ice. I would probably just run this in every deck. I don't see a reason not to.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. It's just draw 2
or 1 mana draw 2. Oh my god.
Yeah, and your opponent discards 1, like of your choosing. Like what what are they thinking?
Oh boy.
All right, well, let's keep going on here,
Okay.
because this one, let's move on to our light card of the set that we found. Wedge's 3 cats.
Wedge's 3 cats. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, this one I'm gonna read off because I really like this one. This is cute. This is adorable.
Yeah.
We see a picture of 3 calicos. They all have pretty similar faces, so that implies they're all from the same litter, which is really cute. And they all have slightly different expressions on their face, different dispositions here. So that might be a hint towards something. But I'll read off the stats and then we'll give our reactions here. So it's a 3-drop light backup, job cats, category 7, and the card text reads Bigamous Rex, Reginaldo, and Mr. Smalls. You can play 2 or more.
Really quick.
Sorry?
I think they're trying to shorten the this has the same name as text, which is an interesting choice. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense actually. And it's in the text and the effect says you can play 2 or more light characters onto the field. Cool, love that. That's good. Cost of play is reduced by 3 if you control Wedge, Biggs, and Jesse.
Okay.
Meow.
Meow. 1 second. I have some notes that the guy sent us. I'm gonna see if I can try to find something for meow.
Is meow a keyword? That might be a new keyword.
Yeah, that's what I don't see anything.
Okay, so there must not be any written information on that yet. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Maybe they'll print some cards before this that have that key. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like usually the first set with a keyword has explanations on the cards. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's interesting. I think a lot of it hinge like okay, you may play two or more like cards, whatever. That's kind of fine. The play for three or play for free if you control Wigs, Biggs, or Wedge, Biggs, and Jesse. Not. I don't think that's going to be super relevant. But it's really hinging on that meow. Oh, but this could be either unplayable or the best card in the set. We just need to know what meow does. It might be like Cascade. It might be like Crew. It might be like Shadowverse. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I can't even fathom what this is gonna be. Like this might be a new like limit break type thing where we're like everyone's gonna theorize until we get it because we just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Next card. We have this is gonna come in a set of 3 here. This is gonna be like this is like maybe a cycle, I think. We're getting some Gull Wings support.
Oh,
the first one I'm looking at here is Yuna.
Yeah. All right.
It's a new Yuna. FF10, universally beloved. Let's read this one off here. I got 3-drop water Yuna. It's a backup. Job Gullwing and Fairy, category 10, of course. And it says the cost of card name Pain and card name Riku is reduced by 1.
All right.
If you control card name Tidus, the cost of this card is reduced by 1. If you do not control card name Tidus, why? Genuinely, why? What are we even doing here?
A while ago, someone once told me that they design cards that if they have restrictions, that's in a way them telling you the correct way to play it. That restriction doesn't need to be there, but it's a way to guide the player and help the player along. I think that's what they meant by that last line. I think they're like, why wouldn't you run this with the Tidus synergy? I mean,
Sorry, I got distracted. You said somebody once told me, and I went into the Smash Mouth song.
No, you're fine.
All-Star
It
in my
happens
head.
to me all the time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Shrek has done damage to my brain.
Yeah.
I think I think that I heard one time that if they put restrictions on a card, then that usually means they're telling you how to play the card.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks volumes about how this card is going to be played in the meta.
Yeah, I agree.
But we don't know for sure until Riku and Pain are revealed, which conveniently we have them.
Oh, okay.
So
cool. Let's go.
let's just jump into those.
Yeah.
Here, let's open Pain and take a look at that one. Ty, go ahead and read this one.
All right, Pain. 4-drop, Wind Forward, Pain. Gull Wings and Fairy. Okay, category 10, yeah. When Pain enters the field, if you control 3 or more category X characters, activate all backups you control. Okay.
That's hot.
That's actually pretty nice. When Pain enters the field, you can choose up to 3 backups your opponent controls. If you control a card named Riku, those are your cards now. Forever, it's the law. Interesting. Well, okay, so here's
That
the
sounds
question.
like.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No,
Okay.
you go.
So here's the question. Okay, I play Pain, right? I have 4 backups, right? So I play Pain, I play 4 backups, and I control Riku. I take those 3 backups. Do I get to take all 3? Does that put me at the max of 5? Am I actually at 7 now? Do I only take 1, or can I not take any?
Well, so it's interesting. It doesn't say take control of those backups. It says those are your cards. So do you just? I think you just gain possession, not temporary ownership.
Oh my god!
Like this is legal. This is legal transfer of property. This is like schoolyard rules. Like the Pokemon cards back in the day,
Yeah.
Like you'd play war with your Pokemon cards because nobody knew the friggin' rules, right? Like you just be like, oh, my Charizard beats everything, so give me your cards now.
Yeah.
I think they're doing that. Which,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
This is a great callback to one of the best eras of Magic in which Ante was available. Ante, huge.
Oh.
I know you're not a huge Magic guy, but like Ante was such people still beg for it. They want Ante back. Like I cannot tell you how many Change.org petitions I've seen to get Ante back into Magic, and to finally see it in Final Fantasy, it just shows that Kageyama knows how good that is and how much people want it. So he's raising the stakes a little bit. You know what? It's tenacious. I gotta give him credit for it, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've said it before. The developers are former Magic pros, and it really shows here. It also makes me wonder, right? That there's For the legal transfer of ownership, does this mean that they're getting some sort of pull in Japanese or even global legislation? Because like they say, it says it's the law on the
Yeah.
card. Like how do you get that passed, right? How does that get ratified?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's going to be probably some interesting politics going on here that we'll have to see unfold.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just have to see it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
right.
We got Riku here.
Gotta finish up.
So this is the
trio.
third in the trifecta.
Yeah.
Rounding out the trio, we have a 2-drop EX, Wind, Gullwing, and Fairy, Riku, 5,000 power, and when Riku enters the field, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Wind card, your opponent owes you $10, and then at damage 3, Riku gains 2K.
Interesting.
I don't see a bad line of text on this card.
Okay. Well, see, that's the thing is it presents it that way. However, I do see one issue. So it says owes you $10, right? But it uses a dollar sign. Does that mean USD? Can I just give them 10 yen? Can I give them 10 rupees? Can I give them 10 bison dollars? I don't know.
I'd imagine it's the equivalent of 10 USD. So regardless of what, I mean, conversion rates are readily available all over the world.
True.
And it also doesn't say
Everyone has phones.
true. Yeah, exactly. And it also doesn't say when to give it to. It doesn't say immediately owes you $10. It just says owes you $10. So that could mean like, okay, you kind of come to an agreement when they're going to pay you, or figure out how they're going to pay you. Like it doesn't seem like they're putting urgency on it.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's by the end of the game. But not everybody carries cash. Not everybody uses Venmo or Zelle. So finding ways to procure and distribute that cash might be interesting.
Yeah. And I could also see this as seeing even if you're not running a like category 10 deck, I could imagine a lot of Wind players taking this in just to counter the opponent's Riku.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, another thing I just noticed, or I just thought of this rather. It's more of it's kind of a ruling thing. Yeah. So, if you say, let's say you pop all 3 of these Rikus, right? Like you have all 3 in your deck, or even 5. You're cheating. You have 5 in your deck, right? If you hit all those Wind cards off top, does your opponent owe you $10 or do they owe you $30?
Oh, actually, I think we gotta wait for the advanced rulings. That's actually a really good question.
I'm gonna estimate it accrues over time, right? You're gonna owe $30 total.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. So let's not worry about that. Let's move on to another Wind card here. We have Sora Kingdom Hearts.
Interesting.
This is something that I think a lot of people are going to be excited about.
Yeah,
it's the crossover that we've all been waiting for.
Finally we're getting WAF cards. Oh, Jesus,
right?
About time.
So, yeah, right? The only thing left is Einhander after this. So, yeah, go ahead and I'll let you read off the stats here. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, all right. 2-drop Keyblade Wielder. No synergies I could think of. Haste. His friends are his power. For every waft forward you control, Sora gains 1,000 power. I'm gonna be honest with you. This just kind of looks like a bulk card. Like it's obviously common. I can maybe play this in sealed. I mean, for every waft forward, I guess we'll see how like the waft support. Then waft support in Wind isn't great.
Yeah, but I mean like. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what other WAF cards we're getting. We don't know what other Keyblade Wielder cards we might get.
True.
I'm because Kim is a fan of Aqua in Kingdom Hearts. I'm kind of hoping for her sake we get an Aqua card. That'd be pretty neat. I know very little about a lot of the additional characters after. Like all from the side games and stuff that they I know they threw some characters in Kingdom Hearts 3, but maybe after this we can do a lore video on Kingdom Hearts or 6 videos about Kingdom Hearts lore and find the best cards for those characters, kind of like we did with that one episode like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, actually, I think you'd have to be in charge of those. I don't think I've ever heard of Kingdom Hearts. it doesn't. It's not ringing any bells. Is it kind of like Einhander?
No, well, Einhander was like the character was in it. It was
Interesting.
in WoF more specifically, but
Uh-huh.
like Kingdom Hearts, it's just like really niche little obscure series of games.
Mm.
I've heard a couple people talk about it. I don't know. It sounds like a really boring, linear, basic story that like
Yeah.
nobody really cares about,
Yeah.
and like
Like
nobody feels one way or the other about it.
yeah, I'm in a lot of like RPG subreddits and JRPG subreddits. I don't
Hmm.
really see people talking about it. So maybe it's just like one of those like really obscure ones. Um, but I guess if you're saying the story's that boring and so straightforward, then I can imagine why people wouldn't talk about it. They wouldn't compare it to like other like really good RPGs like Tower of Eternity or Nike Goddess of Victory. It's just not. It doesn't just doesn't line up.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. All
Yeah.
right, so I think this is the last card here
Mhm.
in this Google Drive drop. Let's take a look at Regalia.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
So this is going to be a
Ooh.
category 15 card.
Uh huh.
Ty, do you mind if I read this one off?
Go for it. Go for it.
This is cool.
Mhm.
This is a really unique card. So it's 2-drop monster Regalia,
Mhm.
job road trip, category
Mhm.
15, of course.
Yeah.
Pending power 10,000, which so that implies that it animates.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's crew 4. It says get in loser, we're going shopping.
Uh huh. Interesting. Interesting.
And when you crew this vehicle, pick up the game and move to a new location, preferably by driving there.
Interesting.
Um, and
Oof.
before we get into our feelings about this one, I have it here in my notes.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure it's in yours too. I think we got the same document.
Yeah.
It
Looks
says
like
this
a
card
scroll
is going to
through
be
it.
the
Yeah.
signed card for the set.
Oh. Oh my God.
It's going to be the full art signed card,
Oh my God.
which is absolutely wild. I'm very excited for that.
I.
This is going to probably be like the first $20,000 signed card,
Yeah.
like without grading.
It's gonna. There's gonna be. We finally got it. There's gonna be Black Lotus. There's gonna be first edition Shadowless Charizard. There's gonna be Regalia signed. Regalia
Yeah,
signed. I
and
think it's
like
gonna be signed by the car company too, which will be insane.
that'd be, yeah, absolutely crazy. Um, so with that out of the way, Ty, how do you feel about this card?
So for the first thing that stands out to me is Crew 4, which if memory serves me correctly, was started in Kaladesh in Magic the Gathering. So I'm a little surprised over how blatant the copying is, or
Mm-hmm.
blatant. Like we've been known for like kind of. Final Fantasy has some mechanics relatively similar to Magic the Gathering. This one seems a little blatant, but I like Crew can't be trademarked, right? Like
I don't think
so
so.
it could be possible that they just thought of this and just like did not know about Crew and Magic. I mean, Kageyama used to play Magic like back then. You know, Crew's kind of new. And then when you create this vehicle, pick up the game and move it to another location, preferably by driving there. So preferably sounds like a maybe effect. So I think you could just kind
I
of
think.
ignore it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's up to the preference of the turn player.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one, yeah, unless there's like a priority window with it.
Mhm.
Like, does your opponent have a chance to to make a demand about the move? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. It's
Um,
like what if the opponent can't? Like what if the opponent doesn't have a car? What if you don't have a car? Interesting. I think you'd have to kind of cash in on those Rikus and get an Uber.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's a good point actually. And there's also I can't help but think of two things here. So one is that it's crew 4, I haven't played 15, but
Mhm.
if I've been told the right things about the game, there are 4 main characters
Okay.
in 15, so that
Mhm.
that might imply that we're getting new copies of all those characters as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That could be handy.
I think what's the main character's name?
Noctis.
Noxious.
Yeah.
Not
No.
Noctis. Okay,
Noxious.
gotcha,
Yeah. You
gotcha.
got it.
Um,
I could have swore it was Nyx
okay,
for
yeah.
some reason. Weird.
No, that guy's getting banned. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Why
Okay.
why would they print a new one if they're banning the first one? Like this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
pointless.
That's a good point,
Um,
actually.
So yeah, so that this tells me that we're getting those new retainers, which is good because dental health is important.
Yeah. True.
But the other thing I'm thinking of here is picking up and moving the game to a new location. I wonder if we're gonna get like unique game accessories now, like a play mat that you can like slot cards into and just move with it and like roll it up easily.
Yeah. That would actually be pretty
Like
sick.
that would be really cool. Like taking a picture of your like board state and like reconstructing that at the new location would kind of suck, because like what if you drop your cards mid transit? Like what if something gets bent, or like you leave a card behind? Like how do you continue from there? Like that seems like unnecessary penalty calculations going on.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine if someone doesn't come up with it officially at Square Enix, I say we start a market for transportable playmats.
Yeah. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. This is like calling in a new era. When monsters were introduced, multi-element, LB, and then now we got this. This is gonna be really, I'm staying optimistic. I think this is gonna be an interesting era of the game.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And Ty, you didn't get these, but I managed to have our insider contact some people and have some of these experimental cards sent to me.
Oh, nice.
And I have them. They're in my house. And all things considered, they're probably going to find my IP address, figure out my real life address, and I'm hosed. So by the time this video is uploaded, I'll have distributed those cards to everyone in our local community, and it'll be too late. We got to get the good word out, and make sure that these experimental cards are preserved for posterity.
Yeah.
They deserve to be in the hands of the players,
Yeah, I agree. I just really hope that they don't find you at 1060 West Addison Street, Chicago, Illinois 60613.
Yeah, that'd be really unfortunate if they
really
found my
unfortunate.
address right there.
Yeah.
I spend so much time at home. I barely ever leave. I'm actually afraid to leave. So,
Yeah.
if they come in and if they just immediately remove me from the place, I might cry.
Yeah. I just really hope they don't find your address at 1060 West Addison Street, Chicago, Illinois 60613.
Yeah, I ugly cry. Like it's nasty.
That'd be rough.
So I honestly, I'd feel just as bad for myself as I would for the guys like busting my door down.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're getting off track. So yeah, we'll see if we come back with another episode. We'll see if we manage to get out of the legal hell that we've dug for ourselves here. And we hope that you guys enjoyed this wonderful April Fool's episode of ShantottoCast.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Well, to break character for a second, I was blind reacting to almost all of these.
I know. I told Kim not to show me as many of them as possible. She asked me questions about work. Kim created these cards all, by the way, for those curious.
Yeah, shout out to Kim. Kim did a great job.
I love her so much. She spent so much time working on these cards and like asking me how to do certain wordings. And the best part is she's like, "Oh, okay, that's how it's worded. Got it. I'm gonna do it wrong." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So she just totally. Oh, it was great, dude. Her demeanor through it all was just nonstop memes.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, but that being said, all of my commentary on this was all so raw and like unthought of. I think the only thing I thought of ahead of time was I took a look at Regalia and I thought of a signed card joke, and
that's
good
good
stuff.
That's good.
Oh man. All right, cool. I'm gonna get to work editing this one, and this will hopefully be up in the morning when I'm not, because I'll be dead tired.
All right. Good luck.